Hello, this is the Handy Capable Black Nerd, my view of books and everything nerdy with a cup of petty and a dash of sass. And ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Yeah, this is nerdy and petty and sassy with what I just heard on Law and Crime because, okay. Okay, so with this story, you're not going to believe it. And I'm going to be tying in a little bit of anthropology in this. I have a minor, not a major, so it won't be like, and yeah, I'm probably going to be doing like the minimalist because, yeah, like I said, it's like I wish I got a major in it, but my parents were just like, is she going to graduate? Because I had a major and a double minor and things like that. And yeah, when your twin sister is already like she already graduated and everything like that, they're looking at you like shouldn't you have, even though you have totally different degrees. And anyways, so I was on a clock, and basically it was like, get my butt out before they give up on me and tell me, yeah, we're not paying for any more classes. So yeah, so anyway, oh, and just now, like a lot of the people who didn't vote, yeah, this is petty for you. Now, 45/47 took away uh, a, a key item that is for people like me, people of color, black, with a disability, and LGBTQ as well. It's like you my peoples. But yeah, with the whole going for jobs and things like that, because they want to pretend there's reverse racism and things like that. So now he signed away the legislation that would help people, especially like myself, because yeah, being black and having a disability, I've mentioned it in so many of my handy capable black woman episodes of the racism and the ableist people out there who just they they try to come up with excuses not to hire me. Oh, you're overqualified. Oh, it's like, why would you want this job? Oh, you answered all the questions so well. Yeah, oh, we just can't. Oh, we don't have an elevator. Oh, which one of your parents are white? How do you talk like that? Oh, who helped you through school? And just some of the most ignorant, like, there's so many more questions and everything, but yeah, it's like a lot of people who either didn't vote or and I know the people who did vote for him, they must be so proud of themselves. They must be patting themselves on the back like, yay, we did it. We went back in history to make it harder on people like me. So yeah, I want to say something nice, like, but yeah, it's like mo 90% of me took off the Christian hat. So with what I want to say, yeah, YouTube would be like naughty, naughty, and or ban my episode. Yeah, so, but yeah, that just happened today, a couple hours before I recorded this, and it's if you've been listening to my episodes over on the other channel, you will already know the mistreatment I went through with the doctors and everything, to a point where now I have to start over, and I'm trying to start my own business, but oh, yeah, when you have to buy different machinery and medications for your newly diagnosed disability because doctors were stupid, lazy, and blaming you for something that you've been doing since you were literally a baby. Yeah. And then like just at like everything else, but I'm going to talk about that over on the other channel very soon. That episode will be up, but I need to bring it up because for the nerds that don't know, yeah, he literally signed that today. And people like some people just say, "Oh, well, if you're qualified for the job, you'll get it." But then they say, "Don't read a book by its cover," while everybody reads the book by its cover. And I don't, okay, I'm going to get on the subject and everything, but I had to say that. And some people are not going to care. Some people are going to probably unsubscribe or leave. But I thank you if you do that, because that means you're not part of my demographic and part of my crew anyway. So I feel like, you know what? At least I assisted the process. So, anyways, okay, here we go. This is what happened. There is a teacher who basically she she got she got to know a student very, very well, and well, she was teaching and everything, but then she ended up trying to teach physical education in her very special birds and the bees ways, literally hands on and other body parts on, to the point where uh a couple years later, she was on social media and she posted a picture of her baby. Yeah, she posted a picture of her baby. And, it's like the parents from the schools. Like, I don't know if she posted this on the school social media, because if she did that, I'm like, oh, you were like, why would you do that? And, but then part of me was like, was it on her like individual social media, and a lot of parents follow her or they follow each other and everything, because maybe she's like one of the cool teachers that gets along with the parents, and they have grown a relationship where they're comfortable and everything with everyone. And that's another thing this video even said. It like, don't, like, people are more scared of strangers than they are of the people that they're comfortable around. And they say most cases when things like this happen, it's the people who you're most comfortable around. So keep note of that. And like I said, we watch this video. Ooh. But one of the dads was looking at the post of the baby, and he noticed some things. Because he was like, huh, that baby has some features similar to me. That baby has similar characteristics to my son. To my son. But yeah. Guess how old his son was? Yeah, I almost said her, but nah. Well, never mind, never mind. I can't say it yet. Guess how old his son was back in those days? 12. 12. She gave birth to the baby when he was 13. He was a father at 13 years old. And part of me is just like, what in the world? I mean, I know actually, yeah, we even have some countries now trying to legalize child marriage and stuff, and that's frightening and disgusting. But even, like, I mean, in some of the states here, they're trying to be more lenient and legalize child marriage and stuff like that. And there's quite a few Republicans over the last several years who are even saying how fertile they are. And I'm just like, you're disgusting, you're sick. And it's like, uh, if you have like, there's a difference between a girl and a woman. But I think that's why a lot of Republican men prefer, and I mean, there might be some Democrat, like, don't get me wrong, okay? Yeah, I know some jerks, some absolute jerks that are Democrats. I'm not saying Democrat men are great and amazing, but legislation wise, it's usually the Republican men that are trying to create policies that make it lenient or try to legalize the, the underage kind of marriage and giving birth, like, right, yeah. And even with the abortion laws, it's like, even if that young girl is a girl, they don't care. They're gonna make her have the baby. Yeah. Mm. Anyway. But yeah, this father is 13 years old. But the features were so pronounced. Like, I want to see, like, I mean, I know it was like none of my business, but from the anthropology point of view, I so want to see him and the son and the baby, just because I'm like, which features? Was it like the ears, the nose? Was like, do they have high cheekbones? Or even like, what's going on with the neck or chin? Or was it like the facial hair or the, or not facial hair, like, well, no, that the dad, like, oh my gosh, the father of the baby won't even have facial hair yet. It's like he might have a stubble, but he won't even have facial hair yet. Dang. Okay. Dang. Dang. Okay, like, you robbing a crate, like, okay. I hope she ashamed. She should be ashamed of herself, really. But okay. Anyway. When I meant by fade, like, I meant that hair on top of the head. Because yeah, some people are gonna be like, that's a baby. They're not like, so yeah. Just know, yeah, I mean that the hair on top of the head. And I know the baby will just be starting to grow that hair, but even texture wise, like, at a certain age, you can kind of start seeing what the texture is going to probably be. I know, yeah, African American babies were a little bit different because sometimes it starts in, well, actually, I think it depends on even the genetics, because I know some people who, like, once their baby was a toddler, and then even sometimes once they become preteens, for some reason the hair color changes. So okay, probably it probably wasn't the hair, but it might have been the hair, because even if the father and the son had a certain texture when they were a baby, the father's going to know that. And so maybe, like, even with the hair, it's like maybe they know he noticed that baby has that texture. I had that texture. My baby had that texture. So that's something kind of to think about as well. But oh my gosh, I want to know what features he noticed, what he saw, because he wrote something in the messages and everything, and it started kind of alerting people. And so I guess, like, the gossip start going around and everything, so they gave the they had a DNA test, and ta-da. What Maury would say, you are the father. And so now we have a 13-year-old father. I don't know how old the young man is. Like, he's not even a young man, this teenage boy is. And now the father's a grandfather. And part of me is just kind of like, maybe he should have teamed up on Maury, because it's like sometimes when you, like, I didn't even watch Maury that much. It's just usually when I was being babysat back in the day, or having my hair braided back, like when my family would go to Alabama and I had to have my hair done while down there. It's like that's what my cousins would be watching or whatever. And half the time I'm like, these people are a hot mess. And so yeah, but especially the baby daddy episodes, those were a hot mess. And it's like, I just kind of feel like this father, he was on his A game. He should have teamed up with Maury, because he noticed those facial features and everything, to a point where now this mom is arrested. Mom, like, I think she's out on bail or whatever, but yeah, she was in jail for a little bit. And the school, I'm shocked, because the school, like, they didn't fire her, like, with pay. They're investigating, so she's not working, but she's getting paid. And that might change, especially now that they know, like, the DNA test proves that she, like, had a baby with a student. And so now it's like the charges are going to be like, that's going to be I'm going to follow that court case because, oh, and what in the world? Like, and I'm seeing like quite a few stories on this, and part of me is just like, why in the world? It's just, okay. I'm okay. Not supposed to judge, but like I said, like at the beginning of my episode, I think I mentioned about don't judge a book by its cover, but ooh, I'm judging the book by the action that's going on in this novel. Yeah, this book's getting nasty. The climax, or well, no, never mind. Yeah, yeah, we won't talk about like. Yeah, I don't even want to know. It's like I don't even want to like the thought of it to me is illegal, and so okay, we're gonna skip over that. We're gonna skip over that. Yeah, wrong word. Okay, so the heightened movement or the high note in the novel. That's what I'm judging. That's what I'm judging. And part of me just like from her perspective as a main character, she's a hot mess. Like I want to know what the rest of the story is like. And I know there's like a adoption situation going on within this story, and it's like the young father, he changed a little bit, like especially around the timing of the baby being born. So I think he knew he was going to be a father. And to me, I'm just like, if at 12 years old, how would you feel? And especially if you're at school the next school year and you see that teacher walking around with a baby bump and you know that's your baby, and but you have to go to class, you're in class and your teacher is in another room with your baby in the womb, and then she has to go on maternity leave with your baby. And then it's like, what about the baby shower? Oh my gosh, what about the baby? Like, see, this would be a good book. This, okay, it's like, okay, it would be terrible, but a good book at the same time. Oh my God, because I don't think I'm brave enough to write it. But on here with the Nerd Channel, oh, I will script it out. I will lay out a plot because imagine the baby shower. Mm, because usually, especially with all the ladies, they're all giggly and everything like that. And it's like, and also when she announced to her family members that she was pregnant, didn't they ask her who's the father? What did she say? Did she say that she went to a specimen clinic? And it's like, or did she say that it was a one night stand? Or because actually it was a once school night stand. Uh, mm, yeah, anyway, anyway. But it's just like with all the other pieces and everything, I want, like, yeah, I'm Patty. Um, mm, what was the baby shower like? I really want to know that. And I want to know, were any of the parents at the school invited? And also, I'm wondering about the child's mother because I heard about the father, but not the mother. And I think I heard about one of the siblings as well within the story, because I think they were the ones that noticed when the young father started changing personality wise and everything like that. But I really want to know about that baby shower. Yeah, I sound petty, but I really do. And I really want to know how she told her parents she was pregnant, because like when a young woman tells their parents that they're pregnant, it's like usually it's like you're with the man of that's going to be the father, unless you paid for the specimen, and it's like, because yeah, for some like women like myself, yeah, we're probably gonna have to look at all other alternatives or whatever. So, but usually the parents are gonna, like, either they already know if it's an alternative route, or the man's gonna be present or in the or if it was a one night stand, it's like they're gonna explain that situationship and everything like that. So, um, but yeah, I really, and also like again with the features, and also the teacher literally laid out the evidence. And I think this is one, like sometimes I hear people say, don't post pictures of your baby, of your child, and everything like that. I wonder if she had known that the grandfather was going to be looking and noticing the features of this baby and picking up real quick, real well, and act like, I also want to know, did this father go to college? What was his degree? What was his major? What does he do? Because if it's anything in the sciences or anthropology areas or anything like that, I oh my gosh, his version. Sorry. I guess too much petty is getting caught up in my throat. Anyway, but if he was the main character of the book, oh my gosh, that would be an interesting story too. And I w- I wouldn't write the story with the main character of being the young father, because part of me was just like, that is probably going to be a lot of mental things going on, and especially the way that she probably got him into the relationship. I couldn't write that. No. I mean, I couldn't write it, period. But even on here, it's like that would be too. Yeah, that would be too traumatizing. I couldn't. But yeah, it's like for the grandfather's point of view, it's like taking your kid, especially if he's like the person who drops off the kid, talks to the parents and the teachers at the school, and then social media. It's like so writing like, oh yeah, it's like these are my kids, this is my life, this is work, blah blah blah. It's like moving on and everything, and then it's like, oh my son is, his personality is a little different. I don't know what's going on, but it's like maybe they went to the zoo or they did something where they can bond and talk and chat, played video games or whatever. And maybe he's just thinking it's hormones. He's becoming a young man. He needs some space and he's just changing or developing, even though no, he was developing into a father. That's what he was developing into. Whoops. Yeah. But anyway. But then the heightened moment in the book, because yes, like I would say climax, but ooh wee, this is a little messy. So, and since there's not two adults within that, no, I'm going a different direction. Okay, the heightened moment in this book would be him on social media looking at that baby, like oh. The teacher is showing the new baby. Oh, my son had her as a teacher. And then kind of like maybe the comparison. Oh, that baby has these kind of cheeks. Oh, my son and I do too. Oh, he has dimples. My son and I do too. Oh, those eyes, they have this feature and they're this color. My son and I do too. Dot, dot, dot. Yeah. In my opinion, that would be kind of like a, ooh, okay. Oh, and so now we're going to be kind of like going off of the heightened point, and now it's going to start being about the court cases, taking her to like, or first filing the report and everything like that with the police, the detectives and things. And then like watching it on the news and then getting ready for the court case and having to even probably get on the stand. And oh my gosh, yeah, with the court case, who's going to get on the stand? Or is she going to do a plea deal? Because, I mean, you can't really say she's, well, okay, no, I was like, okay, innocent until proven guilty. But that DNA test kind of, okay, innocent until proven guilty, even though that DNA test has proven that he's a teenager now, like he was a preteen when they ended up, yeah, doing, yeah, um, when the markers met the colored pencils and everything, yeah, or the eraser met the paper, yeah, or when the pencil met the pencil sharpener. hmm Yeah, we got a situationship up in that school, in that classroom, and I hope they find a therapist for this young man. I hope that, the father might need one too, because out of the blue, he just found out that he's a grandfather, and not only a grandfather, but like now he might have to like be adopting or having custody over his grandson because his child's in middle school, or he might have just started high school. But it's like, who's like, yeah, part of me is just imagine, like, because even in the messages, let me know what your thoughts are on this. But I'm just like, when I heard it, one, I had to give like bravo and congratulations for the father for noticing and everything like that. And at the same time, when she said she was pregnant, now I'm even thinking about the teachers. Did none of the teachers ask her who the father was? Or what did she tell the teachers? What did she tell the staff? Because, she had, like, maybe she didn't do maternity leave, but she had to take some days off to have the baby and everything like that. But I'm just wondering, like, what did she tell the staff? So, and so if you were to write a book about this, whose perspective would you write it in? And even it could have been in one of the other teachers' perspectives, especially a teacher that's right next door. Maybe a teacher who maybe they thought they heard something falling from the classroom closet one day when that wasn't it at all, and maybe they didn't know what they heard until after, like, with it being on the news and everything, and then all of a sudden things start clicking together to the point where they're just like, oh, okay. And then later on in the book, you see them on the stand, and they're like, yeah, I thought I heard some stuff, but I thought it was this, but now I'm finding out it was probably that. And yeah, my bad. I'm sorry. Like, I didn't. Other than that, I had no idea. So yeah, I'm kind of wondering if there's any of the teachers that had a suspicion, or if they saw or noticed anything, because yeah, 12 years old, and now a 13-year-old father, and my mind's just blown because I couldn't like imagine. And I know they say don't judge a book by its cover, so I'm judging it by the plot. And the plot in this situation is messy. And so now we have a young man who's got, I hope they I hope they give him therapy, because I don't know what this woman put him through. And now he's a father. He's a father. So, and now I'm also wondering I need to look up which state this is, because now I'm wondering what the abortion laws were in that state. It's like she wasn't going to do it anyway, but I'm just wondering, like, especially now that she's going to be going to, because that's how she got caught. So part of me, like, I'm pro-choice, but at the same time, for my body, I'm pro-life. But at this, like, I'm just wondering, from a political point of view, from a law point of view, it's like, which state was she in, to know, like, what were her options if she had options. Okay, I'm done. But thank you for listening to the Handy Capable Black Nerd, my view of books and everything nerdy with a cup of petty and a dash of sass. I'll see you guys real soon.